The position of the moon is very important in our garden. I'm going to explain to you the cycle of the moon and the importance that it has in our plants. You see, in our calendar, we have 4 moons. Every 7 days, we have a different moon. We have first the new moon is a moon that we can see, and if you count 7 days from the new moon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, we're going to have our first quarter moon. You count another 7 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and we're going to have our full moon. 7 days after, we're going to have our third quarter moon. Now, the moon has an influence in all the liquids on top of the earth, and that is very important because it has the same effect in our plants. We call it savia, the liquid that is inside our plants. In Spanish, we call it savia. I don't know how you call it in English, but it's a very important liquid inside the plants. It's almost like the blood of the plants. Okay, now, when we are a new moon, this moon pushes the savia down to the roots, and it concentrates right here at this level in the roots. As the days pass by, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. That savia starts going up. When you reach the first quarter moon in that 7 day, the savia is already in the way, going up to the plants, to the trees. Once you reach the full moon, right here in the 7 day, all the savia is already on top concentrated. So, as the days they pass by after the full moon, 3 days, 1, 2, 3, the savia is beginning to go down until we reach the third quarter moon. You see, you can see here the concentration of the savia going down, and then it goes again back to this part where all the savia is concentrated. So everything is a cycle. It goes in circle, and it happens in 28 days. Why is this important? Well, because this is going to help us to know what we can plant during the full moon. Let's say, what are you going to plant right in here during the full moon? You're going to plant all your plants, then grow up, like the trees, fruit trees, tomatoes, cucumbers, chiles, beans, all the plants, then they give you flowers, and then they give you fruits. They're going to go directly planted on the dirt 7 days before the full moon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 3 days after the full moon. 1, 2, 3. So right in here, this is the time where you're going to plant that kind of vegetables. Now, when are you going to plant the vegetables that grow inside the dirt, like potatoes, sweet potatoes, garlic, onions, carrots? All of them, you are going to plant them right in here during the new moon. So we're going to go ahead and plant them 7 days before the new moon, and 3 days after the new moon. So we're going to start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 3 days after. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be the same. Then when we use the full moon, you see, It's going to be 7 days before the full moon, 3 days after the full moon. We plant everything, then goes up. And then during the new moon, 7 days before the new moon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 3 days after the new moon, we're going to plant everything, then goes underneath the earth. Now, what happened with all the lettuce and all the spinach and all those vegetables, leafy vegetables? Well, they are to the level of the ground. They are not really trees or plants and they're going to have flowers. Well, these leafy vegetables, we're going to plant them just like the potatoes and the carrots. We're going to plant them during the new moon, but we're going to add 3 days more. So we're going to start during the last period of, when the full moon finish, or the 3 days after the full moon. So then we start 4, 5, and 6, and we go all the way to the new moon. So that's why it's important to know what to plant accordingly to the position of the moon. When are you going to pick up your fruits? The same way. If you come and pick up the apples, tomatoes, chiles, all the fruits from carrots, not carrots, but watermelons, melons, all the ones, and they grow up, if you pick them up during the full moon, that's when the savia is more concentrated in here. So you're going to get fruit and it's rich in flavor and it's going to be super fresh and super good. Now, when are you going to pick up all your carrots and potatoes? And well, you're going to come over here and you're going to pick them up during this time in here, because when you pick them up, all the flavors are going to be concentrated because all the savia is concentrated in the roots. Like lettuce and spinach, you're going to pick them up the same way that you're going to pick up all the plants when they grow up during the full moon, but you're going to extend 3 more days, and you can go ahead and pick them up during this time as well. I hope this will help you, and if you have any questions or any comments, you can leave them in the bottom of this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.